Coming up on the Get Loud podcast presented by SeatGeek, huge win of the Raiders. Dominating
Yes, G. No.
win. Also, Fletcher will be on the show.
I can't wait to hear from El Capitan.
And it's the Divorce Bowl in Atlanta. Welcome inside the Big Bear AI studio. It is Get Loud. That's Smoot. I'm Jinx. How you doing, man?
You know what? After a win, I'm always doing well. And I think now, as I went through my pregame show, I jotted down a couple of notes. As I noticed that the fans were happy, but not that happy. The question is, Michael Jenkins, are the fans getting a little spoiled? Like, not only do they want to win, they want to win now in a certain manner.
That's what happens when you start winning on a regular basis.
Yes.
You forget. Last year, we made the transition from PTSD
to just win.
It's okay
just win.
to enjoy a dub, right? And now it's, all right, we won, but I want to see more.
Weren't we supposed to beat Geno by more? That's all I heard last night on the show. So that's why it's the question, has the ceiling rose or have the floor rose?
I think it's the floor.
It's the floor, right?
It's the floor, yeah.
It's what they accept now.
Yeah.
Like they want it to be a certain level of domination.
This was a dominant win, though. That's the thing.
But didn't the NFL show you yesterday ain't no such thing as domination as the Packers of Green Bay went to play the Browns of Cleveland?
We were talking about this on the show. I was talking about this with Bram, and we've talked about it before, which is in the NFL, man.
Ain't no guarantees.
Bro, it's not like college.
No.
You don't say, hey, we should have won by 35.
Yeah.
It's the NFL. The point spread on this game was 3.5. This is supposed to be a close game. This was a blowout.
No, this is what I'm saying. So it's no rhyme or reason to. Ain't no Ohio State Buckeyes in the NFL.
Right.
Ain't no team that just, we spent so much more money than you, we're just better than you. Any given Sunday, any team can be beat, and we saw that. Did you not see what happened with the Atlanta Falcons and the Carolina Panthers?
Blanked by the Panthers.
By the Panthers. Oh, nobody saw that coming. They don't build these casinos because we're right. They don't build them because we just guess. Chat TPD can't get you out of this. I'm talking to my chat. Chat, who gonna win?
Chat DPT.
I'm asking them, who gonna win, chat? Chat looked me right in the face. Said the Falcons. Chat owe me money. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. By the way, I did read that a lady did use chat for her lottery numbers and she won.
Did she really?
Yeah, she did.
No.
She won $150,000.
Oh, my God. Good enough.
Yeah.
Guys, if you want to tell us what the floor, what the ceiling is, if your expectations have changed, let us know. 703-726-7419, 703-726-7419. Leave us a voicemail, send us an email, WashingtonGetLoud@gmail.com, or maybe you just want to suggest that you drop by to a tailgate, which you do every week.
Yeah, I do, and I will come by your tailgate. I'm trying to lose weight right now.
Why?
Because I felt like I packed on a couple of pounds. It might be this good Chicago eating I've been doing lately. You know how you take advantage of a place while you're there? And I had started ranking cities on food.
Okay.
New Orleans, number one.
Oh, man. And cheap.
And I was going to put New York at 2, but I think Chicago is 2.
I love Chicago.
Yeah, I finna say just the diversity.
Yeah.
Italian food, soul food, like it's steakhouse.
Yeah.
Does Chicago have the best steakhouses in America?
That's you can make that argument.
Because it's one on every corner.
They're everywhere.
Like last time I was there, I was like, time for a steak. I started to look at steakhouse, and it just was a line of them.
Time for a steak.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Time for another steak.
I'm just saying, and it was just steakhouses everywhere. And I was like, this could be the steakhouse capital of America. Best steakhouses, I think, Chicago.
I wouldn't doubt that. I've lost like 6 or 7 pounds, not even trying. It's football season, man. I just run everywhere, and I just weight just drops.
No, I gained weight during this time of year because I turned into a potato couch. Right? And the thing is, the reason why my Saturdays are all college football.
And then Sunday,
but I literally get in at least 3 miles of walking in the stadium per Sunday.
Oh, I bet that's right.
I do get a lot of walking in. So Sunday's not so much, but Saturday I'm pretty much a couch potato, nothing but college football.
Well, let's talk about the NFL. And it's the winning drive presented by Nissan. At Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop at nissanusa.com. All right. Our job's now
Yeah.
to list a favorite play offense and defense that we saw in the Raiders game on Sunday. Man, there's a lot to choose from.
All right.
Let's start with the offense. You want to start with that?
I start off neutral. Not offense,
Okay.
not defense. It was the play that I think decided the game as I take you back through this play.
Oh, I think I know. Go ahead. I'm not going to say
You
anything.
don't know.
I bet I do.
All right, check this out. As Mariota slowly gets on the center, he looks to the right. He starts to bark out signals. All right. He snaps the ball as he backs up on a 5-step drop. He looks to the right. He looks to the left. No one's open. Mariota takes off and starts to run to the left. He takes off. He runs to the left. He gets to the sideline. The guy pushes him right into Coach Quinn.
Yes.
All right. I see Coach Quinn tumble over like a 90-year-old man. But when he arises and I see the blood and I see this, I said, they're right there crank a football team up. And guess what Coach didn't do? He didn't wipe it off. He knew what he was doing.
It's a Terminator stuff.
He let it sit there.
Yeah.
He looked at the players. They looked back at him. I knew we was going to win the game.
It's over after
That
that.
was the play that decided the game because it's nothing like seeing your general go to battle with you. It's nothing like seeing him. And me, myself, that would have been my chance as a player to say, Coach, get your butt back in the game. All right? Because guess what? How many times he done told you that?
Right, get your butt back in the game.
Get your butt back in the game. So that play to me was the play that really solidified the game. Now, going to the offensive play of the game, start again with Mariota, all right? Mariota almost had a perfect game beside that fumble, all right?
He was great.
He was great, all right? I've been waiting for this guy to make a play for 2 years, Luke McCaffrey. All right. Luke. I have been waiting on Luke to make that one play so he feels like he belongs. Because as a player, until we make that play, we don't feel. We know we're here, but we don't feel like we belong. I think that play is going to open up the whole entire season for Luke McCaffrey. Catching that deep ball. And I give Luke this. He's the first person to Northwest jump.
We were laughing yesterday. He was like crawling into the stands. Yeah, he was ready for that.
He Northwest jumped. He ain't the last, but Luke is the first to Northwest jump. So I give him that. Who's your office?
He earned that moment. I'm going to go, man. Well, this is special teams, but Jalen Lane, man.
Yeah.
I have to say, taking that and showing off the speed.
And the strength.
And the strength, broke a couple tackles. And once he found that crease, he was off. And we've talked about this rookie class and special teams. We saw on Sunday how many block kicks, how many special teams plays
Debo
were
opened the
huge.
game.
Debo
opened the game and said, this is our game.
I just thought it was awesome to see the youngster make a play. And no, not technically offense, but, man, unbelievable.
Yeah. All right. My defensive player of the game, this guy, since last year in the playoffs, he has had a sack in 6 consecutive games.
Oh, we're going to choose the same guy?
Dorrance Armstrong.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go with Bobby.
Dorrance Armstrong has been chasing quarterbacks at a high clip.
Yes, he has.
Since the playoffs of last year, and nothing has stopped. He has carried over to this year. How should I say? He's not the one people prop up, but he's constantly there. He's that brother that's not the loud one, not the quiet one, but steady.
Jermaine.
Yes, Jackson.
Yes.
He's him.
Yeah.
He's the one that you can lean on when you need him, and you know he's always going to be there. Dorrance Armstrong is on a tear. If he gets another one against the Falcons, that might be the longest consecutive sack game, probably in like 20 years.
It has to be, right?
Yeah.
For this franchise.
I can say for this franchise, it has to be somewhere up there. But like I say, he's not getting the glitz of the glam. Nobody say it's premier pass rusher and say it's Dorrance.
But even the grades, and I'm not a hardcore stats guy, but even he's grading out.
Yeah, his PFF is always good. All right, so Dorrance Armstrong is the man of the hour when it comes to defense. If I want a quarterback on the ground, I send an Armstrong out to him.
Love that. I'm going to go with Bobby Wagner. How can you go wrong? I mean, the guy, I just love on that one sack where he just went right up, not a wasted step, no wasted movement, right up the gut, took Geno down, perfect tackle, just hopped up like business as usual for a gold jacket.
I think people forgot about the coach-player thing with him and Pete Carroll. Like, I think people forgot.
I forgot about that. That's a great call.
Yeah, like it was so many connections with these teams.
Quinn and Pete Carroll.
Like, it's just so many things that I think we forgot about. Bobby saying, I want to make my ex-coach feel it.
Remember me?
Because I ain't got to play against you a lot. I got to play with you a lot, but it's nothing like looking after you make a play in the opposite sideline and you're looking at people that used to coach you.
Yep.
People that say maybe it was over. You know what I'm saying? Getting a little old, long in the tooth. No, I'm not. Saber-tooth tigers had long tooth too. And guess what? They lived a long time.
What did Pete Carroll say before the game? He was talking about DQ, and he said, if I like someone, I like to beat him. And the more I like him, the more I like to beat him.
Yes, he tried to hardball my guy.
Yep, he
did. Tried to hardball my guy. We was not going for it. All right? The student beat the teacher. I never thought I'd see Karate Kid beat up Mr. Miyagi. First of all, I thought Mr. Miyagi was too old. But the Karate Kid beat up Mr. Miyagi.
I like that. Let's do your hot ticket presented by SeatGeek, the most disruptive idea in ticketing. A ticket that works. Expect the expected. SeatGeek, the official primary ticketing partner of your Washington Commanders. So, man, where do we start? How about Marcus Mariota?
Listen, God sent. Here go the question.
Okay.
Because it's a couple quarterbacks that start that I think he's better than. A.K.A. Joe Flacco.
Okay.
A couple of guys. I think Mariota could be like the 30th best quarterback in the league right now.
I agree.
I think he's the number one backup. Do you think it's any backup that's better than him? Because most people would have said Jake Browning, but then he went out there and dropped that turd.
He was bad yesterday.
So what backup do you think is on the level?
I don't know if there is one. And you know what I think, too, is that we've seen a shift in maybe a little bit how the league views quarterbacks because look at Sam Darnold. Look at Geno Smith. These are guys who are now later in their careers that are getting a second act.
But they're getting time to troubleshoot. Like this microwave society is not giving these guys time to learn. Like the one disappointment I got in the league is this. Why would you draft Anthony Richardson, a guy that only played 1 year of college football, if you weren't going to let him play? All right.
They drafted just an athlete.
Yeah. And
and Daniel Jones is another one.
Trey is another one.
Yeah.
They drafted this kid knowing he hadn't played football in a year. All right, but then you get to the league and give him 6 games to show you he the truth. And then when he showed you I'm not ready, then you throw him away. I'm predicting this right now. Timestamp this. Monday. All right?
Timestamp it.
Anthony Richardson will be traded to the L.A. Rams.
Yeah.
He will be backing up Stafford until he's starting.
Oh, you think so?
I'm telling you now.
I don't think he has it.
I know McVay.
Okay.
When other people see garbage, McVay see salvage.
Do you think Richardson truly is a quarterback, though? Because I see a great athlete, but I don't see a great quarterback.
I see a quarterback that don't know how to be a quarterback. I see a quarterback that needs a quarterback whisperer. I see a quarterback who needs the analytic part, the mental part, not the physical. He can push the ball, he can drive the ball, he can make every throw. He can run, but what he can't do is count the box. What he can't do is anticipate passes. What he can't do is throw somebody open. And bring in one surgeon, McVay. All right? I'm telling you right now.
Okay.
Mark my word, number 5 for the Colts will be number 5 for the yellow and the blue and
you know what
and
I think about Anthony Richardson? And this is an old quote attributed to Mike Leach, the great Mike Leach.
Yeah.
And it's kind of stuck with me where he said, the one thing you can't teach a quarterback to do is be accurate.
Yeah.
You can teach fundamentals, you can teach mechanics, but if he's not inherently accurate, you can't teach it. And Anthony Richardson has never really been accurate. Can you learn that at the pro level?
Because he hasn't had enough throws.
Okay.
What did I tell you? He needs to play quarterback.
Needs the reps.
He needs to rep. He needs somebody that said, fail or hell, I'm riding with you.
Okay.
That's what he needs. Right now, the coach don't feel like that because I told you I hate regular names, so they renamed him Indiana Jones.
Which is a great name.
I'm just saying.
It's so good.
But Daniel Jones wasn't going to work.
Indiana
Jones,
yeah, he'll win it.
You know what? I got so much flack for that because I was like, his name too regular. That's when you got to give him a nickname. That's when it happens. And the nickname happened organically. I didn't know it. It wasn't just like, we're just going to throw him. It happened organically. And now that he has the nickname, he's unstoppable.
He's been awesome. No
3-0.
question about it.
Nobody had the coach 3-0 right now.
No. Something about getting away from the Giants.
Yeah, you start to win.
I mean, look at Saquon, look at Daniel Jones. I mean, you get out of a bad situation, a bad offense, and a bad organization right now, and amazing what can happen to you.
The funny thing about it is, since the Giants and the Jets moved to MetLife, both of them are under 500. I think the Jets are like 90.
That has to be true.
Yeah, like they stink there, both of them. So I'm hoping that it's cursed.
I mean, it might be.
Yeah, it was cursed for us for a long time.
What else did you like yesterday? I mean, Debo was great. Bill got in the end zone.
I've been saying
so much to like.
The running game as a whole. I had to explain last night on the radio. I know y'all look at us as this high-flying run and gun Houston Oilers.
Oh,
we are a running team. Mm-hmm. We are more akin to Nebraska, 1997.
Oh, okay.
We're more
Tommy Frazier?
Yes. We're more accustomed to Georgia Tech, Navy.
Oh,
like, we are a running team. Look back last year to this year. When we rushed for close to 200 yards, we're undefeated.
Yeah.
But we don't have this one entity like Derrick Henry or Saquon Barkley that's doing it. It's usually 4 guys. Quarterback, McNichols, wide receiver Debo Samuels, Bill. We have so many people touching the ball. We are a running entity. Like this team is based off ball control and just driving it down your throat. By the way, I want to give some love to Chris Paul.
I was going to say the O-line, because we saw Andrew Wiley start, Chris Paul start, so they switched things up, and they were really effective.
Chris Paul was a bouncer yesterday. He tossed by 4 people out the club for not paying for their section. Right? That's all I'm telling you. They said they want to sit there, and Chris Paul said, you ain't paid no money to get in here. All right? Chris Paul played well yesterday. So sometimes the unsung heroes ain't the stat guys.
That's right.
It's the guys behind the stat guys, and it was the divine swine yesterday that showed up to play some football.
I just love these guys like Chris Rodriguez, Jeremy McNichols, who have been around the organization for a while, just putting in the work, waiting for a time, and then they deliver in a big moment. So you can have a running back by committee when you have different types of running backs with different skill sets in the backfield.
And that's what I'm saying. And then you throw in a wide receiver that runs like a running back. You throw in this. And so before you know it, you got 35 carries, and nobody on the team has over 8.
Yeah.
So that's the difference that's going to make it very hard to stop this team. It's layered, all right? And the more and more I study it, it's like, all right, we're really a run, big play team. Run, big play. And I was actually, really pulling for Terry to get in because we did an interview with Terry on the Players Club. And we asked him what he'd been working on this offseason. Okay. He was like, after I catch the ball, I want to run with my knees a little higher so guys don't catch me from the back and trip me. Oh. And his first long pass this year, he gets caught from the back, and I can see him on the way on the ground, going to the ground, shaking his head. Shaking his leg, not again. I prepared for this. So
also, he twisted. If you look at the replay, his knee did not hit the ground.
I thought it landed on the helmet of the guy.
It did, and then he turned, and I thought he got in.
I thought he got in too,
but you're right. You could I was surprised him caught from behind.
Yeah. So it was fun to me because we had just talked about that 2 weeks ago, and for that play to happen. And I'm sure he was happy to think, I'm almost in the end zone. And that got to hurt a receiver. I have tackled many receivers at the 1-yard line. If I'm a receiver, that's got to be, I would have nightmares about that 1 yard. That 1 yard that stops me from getting into the end zone.
Imagine who was the guy, because I don't have the best memory, but wasn't it Kevin Dyson from the Titans against the Rams in the Super Bowl? 1 yard short. He extends,
and you know
and
what?
he's a yard short. He has to wake up having nightmares.
I needed Kevin Dyson to get that 1 yard so London Fletcher could not have a ring. Do you know that 1 yard hunts me?
Right.
that 1 yard
you
hunts
wake up,
me.
London.
Yeah. Yes. I'm why? 1 yard, Dyson, because I'm a big McNair guy.
Yep.
All right, McNair from Mississippi. I went to his dream camp when I was in high school, and that would show me that I could play with pros.
Yeah.
Going to his dream camp. And Jimmy Smith was there, and all these guys was there, and it was crazy for me. So then when I got a chance to play against McNair, I was just blown away about it, and I picked him off twice. Rest in peace. But at the end of the day, I was just, like I say, flabbergasted by just being around the talent.
I will say, I want to give credit to the defense. That defensive line.
Yeah.
I mean, harassing Geno all day long.
Yeah.
It was, 4 different guys with sacks, 5 sacks. Sorry, 4 players, 5 sacks, because I believe Bobby had 2.
2, yeah, he did.
So, man, they were all over.
And they left 4 sacks on the field.
Yeah.
Like, they left 4. Payne had them a couple of times. Armstrong could have had 2 sacks. So they left a lot of plays on the field. So as I looked at this game, I said defense, I think they played well.
Yeah.
Besides the long passes they gave up. And on offense, we left plays on the field also. Drop balls, all kinds of stuff. So as good as we played, it's still room for improvement right there. And I think that's the best coaching tape you can have as a coach. We won.
Right.
But
there's things on film.
we need to clean it up.
Yeah.
We need to clean it up, especially before we play this Falcons team in the Divorce Bowl. I need them to really, really clean it up.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned London. We can ask him about that Super Bowl because we got him coming up here on the show. As you can see, our guy, Big Fletch, a guy who should be a Hall of Famer.
No, he's going to be a Hall of
Yeah,
Famer. We're going to get him in.
Man, I want to be one now.
Yeah, they're going to wait till you're 90. They're going to put you in there. You're going
Walk
to
up
be
there
the top.
with a walker and a wheel. Give me my flowers now.
Right.
You might as well.
We got to point this out because you probably missed this before you arrived. But Smoot said, we were talking about waking up like if you're a yard short or something.
If you're a
Gotta haunt you,
receiver,
right?
if you're like
Right.
Terry.
Man, that was a touchdown.
Because you
That's
remember
what I said.
we had Terry on the Players Club, and what did he talk about? I've been working on getting my knees up so I won't get caught from behind. So that's the first thing that hit my mind when I seen that play. And then Jinx brought up another play.
Which one?
Super Bowl. Rams versus Titans.
Oh.
Kevin Dyson.
Yeah,
And I said,
y'all sure.
I wish Dyson would have got in there so you ain't have a ring.
He said it haunts me. I'm like,
Hey.
it haunts you.
It wasn't that close. Even if it went to overtime, they were not going to win that game.
I ain't gonna lie, Steve McNair was trying his damnness.
Hey, they still wasn't going to win that game.
Yeah. Was that one of the most physical offenses you played between with him, Eddie George?
Oh, yeah.
I forgot who the big tight end was. Was it
Wycheck?
Wycheck?
They had massive offensive linemen. Bruce Matthews.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think Munchak was Munchak.
Munchak was there.
Mike
Yeah,
Munchak.
they had some huge offensive line. Just a big team.
Yeah.
On both sides of the ball, offensive line, defensive line. They were a big physical team.
But as I remember that team, as good as they were on offense, they weren't like the most explosive. They was just more beat on you, right?
They were gonna pound it. They were gonna pound the heck out of you, run the ball between Eddie and Steve, and then Wycheck. Wycheck might have been their leading receiver.
Yeah.
He would work the middle of the field, and then they get some plays down the field with maybe Kevin Dyson,
yeah.
stuff like that. But defensively, I want to say they were the number 1 ranked defense in
Yeah,
the
because
league.
they had Curse and the rest of those guys. Greg Williams was the defensive coordinator of that defense.
That's taking me back, man.
Oh, yeah.
Williams, Javon Curse.
Yeah, the
coming off
freak.
edge.
Yeah, like so they had some dudes on that team, man.
But they came up short.
They still didn't get it
Y'all-
done.
I'm talking about
y'all-
this right here.
It wasn't that close.
It was that.
It wasn't
Listen,
that
it
close.
was. I was at home like, don't let him get that ring.
He was hating on me. You
I
didn't
ain't
even know
know
me.
you yet.
He was hating on me. You
I was
didn't
like,
even know me.
I was like, if it's a dude out there from Jug Carroll, do not let him get that ring.
So what did you see from the Commanders' defense on Sunday? Because particularly up front, they were just harassing Geno and all over Ashton Genty.
Yeah, no, I thought the defensive line really set the tone of the game, and we talk about this all the time about the big boys, the fat boys, the dudes that smell like bacon, the trenches. They really set the tone of your football team. They dictated the terms of the agreement yesterday, especially at the defensive line. Like, there was no compromise, there was no peace treaties.
Yeah.
I mean, they were outstanding. I thought there were several guys that just played
Dorrance
phenomenal.
Armstrong
Dorrance
consistently.
Dorrance Armstrong, Deron Payne was a man. Bobby Wagner was all over the field.
Yeah.
I thought Baptiste. All those guys.
Kinlaw had moments. Yeah.
All them guys had moments along that defensive front, and just it showed the Raiders never were able to really get anything established running the football. I thought the defensive backs did a nice job of covering, especially when Geno was like getting outside
the pocket. Yeah, the play was breaking down.
We played a lot more zone yesterday than we had been in the past. So you have to cover a lot longer if the defensive line isn't getting that to the quarterback right
push.
away, and then he's able to get outside the pocket. So I thought they did a nice job of plastering.
And I also feel like we left a couple of sacks on the field. I thought we left a couple of sacks on the field, so I thought the defensive performance could have been even more. When I watched Ashton Jeanty, I was watching him a week before. When I hear top 10 pick as a running back, I'm looking for a defining trait.
Yeah.
I didn't feel like he had a defining trait. He might be tough. He might can run over people, but I don't think that's enough to be a Bijan Robinson or Saquon Barkley. Can he be a good back? I do. I don't know if I saw special yesterday.
Well, I think it's hard to really judge him
because of the offensive line.
Yeah.
All right.
And you also, with a guy like him, you want to get him on them edges as much as possible, running the outside zones.
Yeah.
Perimeter type plays.
You want to get him on defensive backs.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
When he gets the defense back, that's where you really see him running them over, things like that. But it was hard sled, man. There was nowhere for him to run.
Yeah.
Sometimes, and Logan pointed this out, sometimes he was doing a great job just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
So I wanted to ask you about DQ getting hit. And we were just, as a player, when you see something like that, and your coach just rises up and he's got the blood, it's got to just jack you up like he's one of us.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And I told DQ, you should have left the blood on your face the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Don't go
he left it on there for the drive.
Leave it there the rest of the game.
You said go and make it eye black.
Yeah, finish, do the press conference like that with the blood still out there, the dry blood.
Yeah.
But y'all see Kinlaw interview?
I did. I heard it. Yeah.
Well, Kinlaw, we can't repeat what he said, but he basically said, I could ride with that.
Yeah. I also heard Kinlaw say he didn't know you were that short.
But he was basically a compliment. Like, dang, you 5'10", 5'9", and you out there busting folks up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It was actually respect. Like, I thought you were taller. Man, because he looked at me, he thought I was a giant. When I'm on that football field,
he did.
The way I played, I had giant type characteristics and traits.
He was like, I didn't know he was tall as Danny DeVito. He was like, Fletch, I watched film.
The Black DeVito.
and now you dropping from ceilings in Jimmy John's commercial. Like, I don't know what to do in this situation. I love Kinlaw, though. His personality.
He got great personality.
It's my type of defensive lineman.
Yeah.
Like, nasty when I need to be nasty. Mm-hmm. And just, you could tell for the first time in his career, he's enjoying playing football. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He probably plays with a dip in his mouth, probably.
Oh, yeah. You know, he's probably skull on the field right now. And I'd like to see a D-lineman like that.
I want that.
Yeah, I'd like to see
matter of fact, have a little of that juice, that skull juice coming down your chin.
Talking about when we get in the huddle. Yeah, boy, that's skull juice.
Hey, speaking of which, so I'm playing with the Bills, me and Takeo. That's my dog, right? Takeo Spikes.
Thanks.
So I would always spit on the field, like just. So one time I got spit hanging from my chin strap. I mean my face mask.
I've seen that picture.
Yeah. So it's hanging from my face mask down to my jersey. So Takeo like, Fletch, man, get that. So me being me, I don't want to be corrected on nothing. I say, what you want, a pretty mother out here?
Listen, I done seen this guy with spit hanging all over the place. That's it. You want to have this nastiness about yourself.
Y'all going to have to edit that one, Adam. I know y'all will. Please.
But you know what I love about that? Because, like, talking to you here, like, you're obviously very gregarious. You're on the show, broadcasting the games. But then, obviously, when it was game time, you turned it on. Like, Javon Kinlaw has a personality. Like, this is a fun-loving guy. He's got a great personality. You got to have these dual
personalities.
So how do you do that? Like, it's fascinating to me. You meet someone, you're like, well, you're a pro football player, but once it's game time, it's on.
You have to. We're little thrilled as football players. You kind of have to be, especially to play it on this level and play it at a high level.
And study fight off draftees every year.
Exactly. You have to have a certain type of mentality. Like, walking around in everyday society, I can't just walk around just
pushing on people,
shivering people and hitting people with elbows.
I mean, you could.
And I'd be in jail. But it's a certain way that the game has to be played.
Yeah.
And I think what also happens is, and for me, and I don't know how other people, the build-up, you've had so much time each day from the week of practice, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, you've had so much build up to the anticipation of it finally gets there.
And it erupts.
And it erupts. Exactly. So it's all that stuff that
coming out.
comes out, especially if you feel like maybe you've been disrespected, overlooked in that game. Like we the underdog.
Yeah.
They talking up that offense as opposed to our defense. They talking up this running back as opposed to me.
Yeah.
So like, okay, all right. And I'm just letting it bubble and it simmer and simmer. And
this is when I knew
come
Fletcher
game
was
time.
ready.
Yeah.
This is when I always knew Fletcher was ready. I don't know what he used to do in here. We would go out, we'd warm up,
Okay.
and he would go to the bathroom. I don't know if he dropped the Browns off at the Super Bowl or
Oh,
what.
yeah. They had to go yeah, the kids had to go to pool. Yeah.
But he would come back and his eyes would be just red. All the time. I was like, what is this dude doing? Am I missing something? I would go in the bathroom like, is he talking to the devil in this thing? What is he doing? And his eyes would just be bloodshot red. And I'd be like, he ready.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
Yeah,
go.
Because it's just, and I would always throw up.
Throw up, yeah.
Because,
and I think from throwing up, your eyes used to turn red.
Yeah, because the anticipation, you're anxious to get the game going because, again, you've been waiting on this game for 5 or 6 days, and you've heard so much just chatter. And I was like, can you just like, all right, I don't want to do no press bulletin board material. I'm going to respect the coaches and all that. But I can't wait to get my hands on these dudes, man.
Yeah. I'm ready to play.
Yeah.
Yes.
Love that. So we got Falcons coming up on Sunday, and this is an interesting team.
I know Smoot won't be there.
With the divorce bowl. Hey, but I ain't gonna lie. Since the divorce, we've been winning every game. So you know what? It is what it is. I enjoy it, but I love sending that text before the game. I know you're there. We got a surprise for you. All right? But in all good grace, me and her have fun with it. And I enjoy it. But it's always a little bit more for me in this game. And
we got to get you some more bragging rights.
that's what I'm saying. More bragging rights. But do you want to see a wounded dog after what just happened to them?
Man, I was surprised that the Falcons
let the Panthers do them.
Not that they lost the game, because division games, anything can happen. Yeah. But the fact you see the final score 30-0, especially given the way I thought the Falcons played against the Vikings.
Yeah.
That was Sunday Night Football.
Sunday Night Football.
And they were outstanding. Sometimes that can be difficult. Hey, you have a road game, then you got 2 road games in back-to-back, and coming off the high of that win in Minnesota in a tough environment. But to go and just lay an egg like that.
With all those weapons.
With all those weapons, yeah.
Like, when I am so confused. I would think out of 3 blue chips, you would learn how to dominate with one of them. And I think Bijan would be the easiest one to dominate because he could do it through the air or on the ground. Right. Like, however you want to get it done, he can do it. To me, they haven't got the best out of none of those guys. Not Drake London, not Kyle Pitts, and all these dudes is freaky. And that says a lot in the league. Because I believe every dude, if you make it to the league, you're freaky.
They got some freaky.
But they got some 1%ers. All right? Yeah. They got some dudes over there that's 6'5", running a 4.4. You don't see that.
Yeah, but no, I would definitely have rather play the Falcons coming off a victory or a close loss. And I mean, they're going to be ready to play regardless. The dome is going to be jumping. We typically have a lot of our fans in that building. So
our fans outnumber them, and that's mostly in Atlanta with every team because it's such a transit city.
Right, exactly. So it'll be a great environment. I'm sure their offense, they'll be hearing it all week leading up. So I was just talking about how you just hear all this nonsense throughout the week. So they'll be ready to play Sunday. And DQ, he'll have our guys ready to play.
Yeah, and it's a little DQ in this game, too.
Oh, yeah.
Going back there.
As the head coach, first time going back there as the head coach.
Oh, I did not realize he had not been back yet.
No.
Not as a head coach.
As a head coach going back, so there go their underlying players. We got a little bit more to play for. And then I can say this. The one Achilles heel of the Falcons has always been pass rush. They got some young rookies, and James Pierce Jr., and these guys can get after the pass rush. So if I can say anything, their defense is playing a lot better than they were.
Yeah, absolutely.
And only get better as the season goes on because there's a bunch of young bucks who are still learning the game. Kind of like Michael Penix Jr. on offense.
Yeah, he's a rookie still. He's still
he's
a rookie.
played less than 17 games. Which remember, he didn't start last year until the final
4 games?
Just a handful of games. So he's still learning along the way. When you look at him, what do you see?
I see a guy with a tremendous arm talent. He can throw that rock.
Every throw he can make.
He can make all the throws. Yesterday was a rough day for him, but he's still growing as a quarterback. You guys mentioned he hasn't had a lot of NFL starts under his belt, and he's probably still seeing new defenses to a certain degree. Especially you get a division opponent, they've seen you a couple times, and now they're going to throw a couple wrinkles that you may not have seen, and just a learning curve for him. But I think he has tremendous talent.
If I'm Coach Witt, I don't play a lot of man against them. I don't, because they got players that can sell at individual beating you.
Yeah.
I want to muddy it up with Penix. I want him to, every time he hiked the ball, I want him to look at something different.
Right.
And I don't care what it is. I believe if I show him enough zone blitzes, enough this, he'll start to throw me the ball. But if you get Drake London out there one-on-one and just say play basketball, they can do that.
Yeah, you don't want necessarily athlete on athlete because that's the one area
That's
where
the one area they can excel.
Yeah.
All right, they can excel in it.
I mean, it's going to have to be he'll have a great game plan devised for this game. It's going to have to be chess pieces where it looks like it's a pressure, like the yesterday when Bobby got the couple sacks and the pressures.
Yeah.
Those are just four-man. Those are simulated pressures.
Yeah, but he's standing in that A gap.
He's standing in the A gap, but those are simulated pressures.
Yeah.
So he's coming, and you're dropping defensive ends into zone coverage. So it'll be a great game of cat and mouse.
Yeah.
Chess, as we like to say.
That's our guy, London Fletcher, and he learned on Sunday what we've known for a while now, which is cut water's no joke.
No joke.
Play with it.
Great talking to London. And, guys, let's talk about SeatGeek for a second.
Let's do it.
Of course, the official primary ticketing partner of Hail to the Commanders, and here to help you experience all the action this season, from football to funk. Oh, yeah, bringing the funk. And any other live events, SeatGeek has the tickets. SeatGeek, the official primary ticketing partner of the Washington Commanders. And we love our sponsors here on the show. Yeah. We have a new one. We have a new read for you.
One that everybody needs at one point in your day. True. You will need it. Commanders fans, this is for you. Level up with the brand new AAA Commanders MVP membership. You will receive all the benefits of AAA, such as 24/7 roadside assistance, plus a chance to win game tickets, access to exclusive team events and experiences, along with 15% off Commanders gear at Online Pro Shop. 15%. Remember that, 15%. Already a AAA member? Add the Commanders MVP membership for free. Head to AAA.com/Commanders to upgrade or join the squad and put your fandom in drive.
And you ad-libbed a little bit there.
You ain't like that truck that I had at the end? Well, was that a Jeep?
That was Jeep? Hey, AAA covers them all, man. AAA covers them all.
If it got a motor, AAA coming to get you. Right?
Also, shoot us a call, 703-726-7419, or email us, WashingtonGetLoud@gmail.com. Anna always goes through the voicemails, the emails. We'll have those later on in the show. Before that, Falcons, the ATL, their offense has scored 1 touchdown in 2 games.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Good job.
Yeah.
Good effort. Michael Penix Jr. benched for a little bit into the game against the Panthers. He's going to start, though.
I think they flushed the commode for that game.
Yeah.
That's what we call it. Take the quarterback out, flush the commode. We played like boo-boo. All right? You got to understand that. All right? That's what we do as players. So for anybody that think this Kirk Cousins is going to start, no, he's not. They're going to keep him healthy and pretty much trade.
Wouldn't you kind of like to see that, though, just for fun?
Well, in a perfect world, in a perfect storyline, a movie storyline,
right,
you would start the ex-starter against his team.
I know they want Penix to be the guy, but part of me wants to see Kirk up against his old team.
If you're a head coach and you like, we just need a win, any form, any fashion, do you think about starting Kirk against his old team because you know it's an underlying revenge factor there.
Yeah. You know what I wonder about Kirk is when he got pulled last year, he was really banged up. Remember that was a whole controversy where he said, I was injured, and the team was like, no, you're not. And then they kind of went back and forth.
Well,
and there
first
was
of all,
some sort of mix-up there.
I never judge a player the year after Achilles. I judge a player 2 years after Achilles. So this is really the healthiest Kirk has been. I understand what Kirk is saying. You put me out there limping. I limped into the year, and you limped me out. Well, you really stole my job on draft day.
Right.
Like, that's when you stole my job. And now you knew I was limping into this season, and you didn't really give me a chance. And now Penix is going through his rookie struggles.
I mean, honestly, it would be better for the Commanders if Penix starts because wouldn't you think at this point, if Kirk is healthy, he would be a better quarterback than Michael Penix at this point?
If I'm a D lineman, I would rather for Kirk to start.
Would you?
I know where he's going to be at.
Okay.
All right, so if I'm drawing up a game plan, we attacking right where the quarterback going to be, the A-gap.
Okay.
He's not going to –
He's not running – right.
He's not going to make any first downs with his legs. He's not going to be very elusive in the pocket. All right, if I ever get them behind in the chains, meaning 2nd and 15, he's going to have to throw his way out of it. He cannot scramble his way out of it. I personally would rather play Kirk, especially as a DB also, because Kirk going to give me a chance to get this ball. Now, if I'm looking big picture,
Okay.
I want the quarterback that's in a slump, and that's Michael Penix.
Yeah.
Now, the thing around –
I think that's what I'm saying is that, yeah, Kirk is more stationary for sure, but also Penix right now
is in a rut.
He's in a rut. How do you stop guys, these individual talents like a Drake London or a Bijan Robinson?
The good part about it, these individual talents are not playing as a group. They are playing very individualized
yes,
football.
they are. They're not being woven into the offense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand how the Falcons have still not figured out how to use Bijan Robinson. Like, just hand him the ball.
Just get him touches, get him in space.
Not only have you not learned how to use Bijan Robinson, you found no way to get Kyle Pitts involved. Mm-hmm. Drake London, one of the bigger wide receivers in the league, big catch radius.
I feel like they've wasted this incredible amount of skill set because these guys have played together for a while. Now, I know Bijan is still fairly young in his career, but I mean, these guys have been around for a while in Atlanta, and they just kind of sit there and they're talented, and they never really do a whole lot with them.
I'm going to tell you what they are. They are these fantasy football myths and legends.
Right.
They look so good on your draft board. They give you nothing. Mm-hmm. It's not because of them. I got to go to the offensive coordinator because I can see if 2 of them was balling and 1 wasn't. None of them are.
Right.
They haven't figured out how to really use none of them. And I could just wonder with some of these, like, offensive gurus, what would what would Kyle Pitts be in Kansas City's offense?
That's a good question. Although I wonder, maybe you've heard this too, is that he doesn't particularly love the game. Like he's
just great at it.
He's great at it naturally because he has so many physical gifts, but he doesn't necessarily love the game.
How about sometime the place that you're playing at makes you not love it?
Very fair.
All right, maybe it's. Let me tell you something about Atlanta. When I talk about the Falcons,
let's talk about
Here we go. All right, check this out. For Atlanta to be this super sports city, college football, everything, they don't have a sports historic feel. They don't have the history of the Washington Commanders. They don't have the feel of the Dallas Cowboys.
Especially in football.
They don't have the fan base of the Philadelphia Eagles. They don't have any of that. Like, the ex-players don't come back to Atlanta.
Right.
They're not a sports city. But they are a sports city. So it's so crazy that they are a sports city that doesn't have the deep fan history and backing. All right? They are a city of fun. You in your 20s, they are fun.
I was just about to ask, like, if you have the NBA All-Star game happen in Atlanta, they're like, hey,
best city
watch
to do
out.
it.
It's going to be one big party.
Yes.
Like, how distracting is Atlanta as a professional athlete?
That's what I'm saying. But if you're a professional athlete there, nobody cares about the Atlanta Hawks.
Right.
The only sports franchise in that city that people give a damn about is the Atlanta Braves.
That's right.
And you can feel it, how much they care about the Braves.
And the Braves have a history. Yeah,
they got a
it's
history.
different.
Like, but no Falcons. They don't care about no Falcons. They don't care about no Hawks. If you a bird in Atlanta, you might as well leave. Nobody cares about anything in Atlanta. And it shocked me. It took me to live there and to talk to the Roddy Whites of the world. And I'd be like, man, we have alumni weekend. They're like, man, we don't do nothing.
And I will say this about the Falcons defense, is that, one game never tells the complete story, right? So right now, only 3 games. This is number 2. We're talking about the Falcons in total defense. So they're going to provide some challenges. They're young, but they do have a lot of talent.
They got a lot. They got a youth movement over there when it comes to defense. And I'm talking edge rusher. That's always been their Achilles heel. James Pierce, the rest of these guys, they get after the passer, and they long, they athletic, they fast. They got some guys over there. The question is, how much have they been challenged offensively? Because if you look at that Panthers game, they kind of got away from them.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sure our offensive coordinators, defense, they're going to look at that film and see how we can. Sometimes when you're young like that, you can be a little overzealous. Can I use that against them with draws and screens and stuff like that? So it's going to be ways to mentally beat these guys.
Well, as we do each and every week, we take your voicemails, we listen to your voicemails, we take your emails as well, and that means we bring in Anna.
Woo! There we go.
All right.
Yes. Did y'all release a new Buffalo this week in Colorado?
We did. Ralphie 7.
Yeah.
I think we talked about it earlier. Ralphie 6, she was indifferent to running, but
was.
also, unbeknownst to me, it was from Nebraska, our rival. Shout out BC, who's also a Nebraska alum.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, he's my rival. But yeah, the original, the past Ralphie was from Nebraska, so we're not really a fan of her. This new Ralphie is from Colorado, and she likes to run.
So
she did a great job.
So you telling me y'all hated on the Buffalo because the Buffalo was born in Nebraska?
No, we didn't like her because she didn't like to run, and she's supposed to intimidate people.
And also,
she's from Nebraska. It made a lot of sense. Come on. So that's
you know what? She was a lazy Buffalo.
I was gonna say.
I'll just say this Buffalo is not one of us.
Yeah,
one of
they
us.
were like, somebody had to do the investigation. Did y'all know she's from Nebraska? And turned the whole school against her. Like, what are you doing?
I do admit I too am indifferent to running, but that was her whole job.
Also, your job is to run.
And she was so tiny.
Her job was to graze. Let's be truthful.
She's grazing now.
Yeah,
Early retirement.
she's back in Nebraska.
Did y'all send her back to Nebraska? That's terrible, man.
But yeah, that's just a little backstory. Okay, so first couple things. I just want to say, if you guys are calling the voicemail and not getting a voicemail message, we're currently dealing with some technical difficulties that should be fixed soon. So I'm going to play these voicemails through this new system, so just bear with us while we do that. Here's the first one. It's from Traveling Jay.
Traveling.
And yeah, if it'll work. Uh-oh.
Smooth, Jinx, Anna, Kayla, it's your boy, Traveling Jay, touching in again this week. As I was talking about at the beginning of the week, Terry, move him around. I know they're putting him on the left side, they're putting him on the right side, but I see very little pre-snap movement. He's just stoic, just standing there and running his routes. Other than that one catch, I don't see anything he's doing other than maybe a couple of crossing routes and maybe a lot of curls. So, Smooth, help me out on that. Why are they not moving him around? Why do you think that is? Is it because he's in the position, or are they putting him in that position for a reason? Are they honing in on Debo? I don't know. Yeah, if you could help me out with that, I'd appreciate it. Also, Luvu, a lot of people have talked about him and his decline, or maybe, hasn't reached his potential this year. And maybe that's true, but I don't think that the defensive guys are putting him in the position that they were last year for him to succeed like he did last year. I see him standing up on the inside on the line a lot. I see a lot of that formation when they're standing up. A lot of the linebackers are on the line, but he's on the inside of the defensive end and not on the outside. So I don't know. That probably makes a difference. But again, that's why they get paid the big bucks. Let me know what you think about that, and I'm sure Luvu's going to have a great year.
Well, first of all, Terry's an ex-receiver. Debo is the move guy.
Right.
Like this, he's been a move guy in every offense he's been in. Because he's an alert guy also. So as a defense, if number one starts to move Debo Samuels, now we think something is up. Now you can go to Terry. Mm-hmm. Like you got to realize they run Debo across the formation. Sometimes they run him into the backfield. You wouldn't put Terry in that position. Your move receiver is Debo.
Because Terry's not a threat to carry the ball out of the backfield.
Yes, and Debo is. And so, therefore, we have somebody that has filled that move situation, and that's between Debo and Jalen Lane. They are those guys to make that happen. Terry is most definitely going to be on the line of scrimmage, and he's going to have to win on the line of scrimmage. I see nothing wrong with that. They have been moving him left sometime, right sometime. People, understand this. We're winning ball games, and we just can't win and get Terry 200 yards a game every game.
Right.
Like, they're just not going to happen. Now, we're getting snooty, fan base, because not only – at first, we just wanted to win. Win, baby, win. Now it's I want to win on my terms. I want to win the way I want to win. I want to win, and I want Terry to have 2,000 yards. How about we just win and let the other stuff figure itself out? Because Terry is not a diva. He's not worried about that.
Right.
So let's just let that go. Frankie Louvu is actually a better A, B, and C blitzer than he is on the outside. He rushes through those A and B gaps better than a lot of guys. Mm-hmm. They look at it and say, I just think we needed more from him because we had less talent on the defense last year. I think we got more talent on the defense this year, so it's less demanding on him.
And I've also heard, too, and you can probably speak to this, is that because he was so good last year, he's seeing a lot more attention than he did in a previous season. He's getting a lot more junk thrown his way to try and
let's find number 4.
Yeah.
Let's find number 4 and get him out of this run lane. Let's find number 4 and make sure he's not pass rushing through the B gap. Let's find number 4. You're right. The more attention, the less production. And I think the more talent, the less production, because now the production is shared. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what's going on with Louvu. That's what's going on with Terry. And Debo is the move guy.
Right. Thanks, Traveling Jay, for your call. He did call back after you called him out for not calling in the previous week. He said said he didn't want to overcall, like call us too much.
Oh, that's very kind.
So we appreciate you, Traveling Jay. And he said maybe we just need to work a segment in for him.
Yeah, the Traveling Jay.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do one more voicemail and then, or I have 2 quick voicemails and then, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Volume. That's me. Gen Z. At its finest.
How y'all treat buffaloes out there.
Oh, gosh.
What's going on, party people? Get Loud Podcast. This your boy, Comedian Boogie, out of Richmond, Virginia. Smoot, this your boy to be making all the shirts for you. What's up, Jay? What's up, ladies?
I got you.
In the producing room. So first and foremost, get that out of the voicemail I just left. I had a brain fart. Forgot what I was talking about. Now, a question is, 2 questions. One, do the players and coaches get to listen to your podcast? Not just this show, but any of the shows that you guys make. I think all of them are great, insightful, funny, but, you know, some of the players can get something from it based on what you guys are telling them. And number 2, I know that we only had Matt Gay, and he's on the kicker in camp. We had no competition and everything. Do you guys think that we're going to get some competition for the kicker? Because it's getting ridiculous. We need somebody to at least push him, nudge him. All right. Appreciate the love the show, and can't wait to hear from you guys.
Thank you, man.
All right, peace out.
All right, comedian. Here go the thing about it. When you're young in your 20s and stuff, and you playing in the league, we don't listen to sports talk.
Yeah.
We don't listen to sports talk radio. We try not. The worst thing you can do is watch ESPN while you play.
Oh, God.
Like, we in our own little bubble, per se, where we keep the rat poison out, as Nick Saban would say. We keep the week-to-week rat poison out. And we had a young time as young men where we don't listen to talking heads. Mm-hmm. We'll rather listen to each other. Listen to a coach say something. But we're not turning on 106.7 The Fan. We listen to hip-hop or something. We're just not there as the youth.
Yeah.
When you're in your youth, you're not trying to do any of that. And I don't know if they're going to bring any competition in. Like, here's the thing about kickers. If you're searching for one right now, you're searching at the bargain bin. You're not searching. You're not shopping at Macy's right now.
Yeah. Guys like, I'm good from 20. It's like, no, we don't need that.
Listen, just because the Cowboys had a player's wife say, you know what, you can miss those kicks from 70, and he actually could make them, that don't happen to everybody. Kickers are very much like quarterbacks. We got 8 billion people on this planet. We ain't found 32 good ones in the same year yet. All right? It's very finite. Now, what we are getting an influx of is Australian and soccer players into the NFL. And they're taking kicking to another level.
Yeah. And also the balls are juiced this year.
Yeah.
I did not realize, I was reading this, I did not realize the rules where in previous seasons you got a football, if you're a kicker, an hour before the game. You got to work that football, right?
You got to work it out.
And now the NFL gave all of these footballs, like 60 footballs to the teams, like during camp.
Yeah.
So they've had weeks and weeks and weeks to
kick
get these
these
footballs
balls
exactly the way they want them, which is why you're seeing footballs go farther than ever.
I just think it's evolving, just like everything else. The legs are getting stronger. The accuracy is there. And what used to be, no, we won't kick a 60. These are routine. They're routine right now. So, but I hate to break the noise to you. Just not a lot of kickers available.
Yeah.
It's just not.
All right, last one because we're running short on time. This can kind of double as our geek out. Okay, Fred?
All right, we can do that.
Okay.
Once again, my volume. Okay.
I have.
All right.
Here we go.
Hey, this is Ray in North Carolina. I happen to be a pest control guy for about the past, 30 years. The natural habitat of a rat is a swamp-like environment that includes above-ground habitat as well as slightly below ground. They are scavengers galore. They are necessary in the ecosystem because they get rid of all the waste products that other animals don't eat and or dead and decaying matter. So they keep the environment free and disease-free in a way, but it's also why they carry so much disease into our habitat. In the swamps, they don't spread the disease to anybody, but when they're in the urban environment, as you're describing, they bring those diseases around us. Hope that helps. A little bit of extra background for you.
Yeah.
HTTC.
Nice.
You know what? Thank
Love
you.
that.
That was
very
our
informative.
Geek Out,
Yeah.
brought to you by Commanders fans right there. Swamp. Right? Swamp. Why didn't nobody think of that? Because the natural habitat of a pig is the swamp. Do you know that? Like they're born and raised in the swamp. All right? So why not rats too?
You know what's funny is that 2 weeks ago, I live in a small condo building right in D.C., only 7 condos, right? Been there forever. And we sent an email around the building, hey, I don't think we need, I didn't send this, but our finance guy did. I don't think we need pest control here. I haven't seen anything around the garbage bins. We're good to go.
Yeah.
As soon as I got that email, I went downstairs to take out the trash, over to the trash bin.
Rat.
2 big rats right on top.
Rats.
And I was like, yeah.
Yep. Take
Call
that
them back up. Sign them back up again.
Call the pest man.
That's going to do it for this edition of the Get Loud Podcast, presented by SeatGeek. That's my guy, Fred Smoot.
Yeah.
I'm Michael Jenkins. Have a great week, and let's get a dub in Atlanta.
Divorce man.
The views and opinions expressed by our podcast guests and or hosts are their own and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of the Washington Commanders or any of their representatives.
The Get Loud podcast was filmed at the Big Bear AI Command Center Studios. Big Bear AI offers mission-ready AI for a rapidly evolving world and proudly protecting the Washington Commanders and his fans.